What's international break like? Is it a chance for guys to kind of work on some extra things, get some time off? What's it been like for you?
I think it's a case of both, to be honest. We've got a few days off, but the days leading up to that we were working extremely hard as a group, and actually kind of earning your days off, so in that sense we're a bit of both.
So I don't know if it ever comes at a good time or a bad time. You hear that quite a lot. I know you had the win the last time. Would you prefer to kind of try and keep that momentum going?
You could say that. I could say it would have been nice to play a game straight after and, like you say, get that momentum, but I think we've trained well last week and this week leading up to the game on Friday, so but I think that's important, just try to get a bit of momentum now. Obviously won the game last week, and try and put that together.
If you take that first section of the season then as a kind of whole, how do you assess where Rangers are at and where they're still to get to?
I think before Partick, the performances were good without getting the results, and then you flip that, we got the result against Partick without actually playing particularly well. So I think it's just kind of getting that balance, but I think there's still more to come.
Yeah, how big is this next kind of section of the season? I know you've got obviously a lot to play for in the league and then a big cup game coming up as well.
Yeah, I think every game is big, but like you said, if we can get a wee bit of momentum, and we know about the Celtic game next week, but our full focus is on Inverness on Friday. We always say that one game at a time and we don't look too far ahead, so we'll be focusing on Friday first.
Did you find that was a frustration in the international break coming, because say that performance was probably a step forward for the club in terms of result and the performance in one? I
don't know about frustration. I think, like I said, it would have been nice to maybe play a game straight after and try and get that momentum, but at the same time we've worked extremely hard the past couple of weeks, so I think we deserved, well deserved couple of days off. Like I said, we worked really hard leading up to the days off as well, and I think it was good just to get a few boys, even with niggles and stuff, just to get a few days away and rest up.
Has there been an adaptation process for the players back in the Premiership? I know you would have had an idea of what it would be like coming back with a kind of expectation before you did, but now you've had a chance to play a series of games.
I don't know, I think we won't change how we play anyway, so coming up for the Championship we're going to play the same style of football anyway. Obviously we're aware that it's going to be more difficult opponents, so in that sense, yeah, but like I said, we won't change.
In terms of your own time, I know you had an injury, but is it a different mentality for the players this year because there's the increased numbers, the increased competition for places, perhaps more so than there was last year when you knew that you'd pretty much play, if you were playing well, you'd play through the course of the season? Yeah,
like you said, I think last season a few of the places you'd play every week, because we never had enough numbers and strength and depth in the squad, but I think this season it's completely different. You can't take your starting place for granted. If you do and you don't perform, then you'll be out the team because there's people waiting in line. So it's down to you to keep the jersey and perform well.
Jason, there's a lot of people have said that Rangers' performances have picked up since yourself and Andy Halley came back into the team. How would you describe your partnership? Is he one of the guys you've probably had the best partnership so far through your career?
I think we can both play with any of the midfielders in the team, but I think we played together the whole of last season, nearly every game. So I've got a good relationship on and off the park with Andy. So
is that understanding, is that crucial you need when performances aren't perhaps what the club's looking for, when you need to dig in, to have somebody beside you that you know the game inside out? Just how helpful is that?
It could be, like I said though, I think any one of the midfielders could play with anyone, it doesn't matter who's picked. But in the past, like I said, the performances before Partick were actually quite good without getting the results, so it was any win you'll take it, but it's just getting that balance right with performance and getting 3 points.
Last time we spoke to the manager, he picked out yourself and Andy for, in terms of Scotland recognition, thinks that if you two continue playing the way you are, that could be something that could be in the future. Is that something you think both of you are capable of?
I think for both of us, I think it's just keep working hard every day, keep trying to perform as well as you can for Rangers, and you never know.
You look at your teammates in the setup of the national frame. Are you surprised that Lee and Barry didn't really get a look in over these past couple of games?
That's not for me to comment on.
What about Inverness this week? Do you see them as a team that has picked up, similar to yourselves, after maybe an adjustment period for different reasons at the start of the season?
Yeah, I think they've been doing well recently, and we were under no illusions it's going to be difficult on Friday night. We'll go up there in confidence and try and do our style of play from the start, high intensity. And like I said, I think it's important right for the first whistle that we're on the front foot.
Billy King has hit the ground running for them, scored an absolute worldie against Celtic. How dangerous could he be if you let him? You know him obviously from his time in obviously before.
Yeah, I think obviously the boys that were here last year well know what he can bring to the team and the ability he's got. So no, we need to be aware of that. But I think just as a team in general, Inverness, you know, they'll make it difficult. So we need to be in right our game.
In terms of last came out, we had Nico perhaps put in one of his best performances. Do you think he's now sort of reaching his peak in terms of fitness and what he can bring to the side?
Like you said, against Inverness, he was great. So, and getting the goal as well, which is topped off for him, to be honest. But no, he's been great since he came in. Constantly learning things for him, day in day out in training and games. So continue to do that.
You have an insight into the sort of things that you can take off of him.
I just even seeing him in training and stuff he does and stuff like that, and just try to pick up wee pointers here and there because he's got a wealth of experience in the game. So any of myself and the rest of the boys can pick up, we'll look to do so.